Welcome in, everyone, to another session with the Second Chances. As always, we start with our thank yous to Critical Role for creating the wonderful world of Exandria that we are inhabiting. And for all the music you're going to hear tonight, thank you to Reliquary Records, Critical Role, and Dungeon Glitch, all of which has fantastic music for your D&D needs and is all DMCA free. So, last we left the Second Chances, they had just made it to Trostenwald, following up a lead on Hermia's lost brother, Leander, and it also happened to be on their way out of the Empire at the, we'll say, request or the suggestion of Zenithal Alabaster of the Cerberus Assembly. Once reaching Trostenwald, they were taken around and shown a few of the sights by a lowly street urchin named Streets, and eventually came to the nestled nook where there was some live entertainment that Maeve had knowledge of. Turns out it was a group, a band known as the Tides Whimsy, who she had traveled with originally from the Menagerie Coast to Rexentrim, and everyone told embarrassing Maeve stories while getting drunk, and eventually everyone slowly, one by one, retiring to their rooms. And Maeve, I believe you had just entered up into a room you were sharing with Zana, where she was standing near the window, sort of watching out over the, I don't want to say busy town street, but Trostenwald does have a bit of a nightlife, so there is some stuff going on. So we'll go ahead and pick up right there with you entering into the room.
She is trying. She didn't drink too much, but she did drink, so she is comporting herself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to relax even a little bit tonight?
Who said I wasn't relaxed?
I guess I just haven't told the difference yet.
She seems to be cleaning one of her smaller guns, the pistol, as she's kind of looking out.
Something going on out there, or just...
I mean, a bit of everything.
What do you see when you look out?
Make a persuasion check. Also, Leaf and Leo both take a inspo.
How come nobody likes me?
Oh, Roz, you get an inspo for being the first one in the Discord today.
Hell yeah.
14.
14? Okay. She sighs a bit, and you're not quite sure at first if she's going to answer you. But as you begin to take off your bow, your quiver, and kind of unstrap some of your armor, I see ants keeping busy. That's not a bad thing. She looks back towards you. Comparing them to insects isn't meant to be an insult. There's an ignorance to it. They're happy enough.
See, ignorant to the dangers that we're fighting, you mean?
Among other things, yeah. But sure, that's the main thing. They'll never know about these portals opening up underneath them and swallowing the worlds up. If we do our job, anyway.
That's fair. She kind of pauses for a second. The other day, you, when we were in the bathhouse and, you asked me that question, I was just kind of curious what prompted it.
Remind me, which question?
You said that you wondered about how I was able to talk about my time in the Pallid Grove to be, you know, sort of a pariah of my people, and then you met some and didn't quite see that image.
Ah, yes. Well, we all have different perspectives on things, don't we?
True.
How come you never tried to improve those relationships? Since I've been on the road with you, it seems every other night you're trying to find a way through my carefully constructed wall.
Why not with them?
Mm-hmm.
One, I mean, let's be practical, opportunity. If I were to try to reach out to them now, it would be once a day through a stepping stone.
I don't mean now.
Before?
You were with them for how long?
I see. At the time, when I knew them, before I left, I thought there was no hope. I thought, well, at the time, all my experiences with them were simply my bungling to try to be a leader, and them not respecting that. And me feeling caught between expectations of my father and them being young kids.
They had expectations too.
Now that I found that out, yes. At the time, the only expectations I was aware of was making sure I perfectly made assignments that didn't offend anybody. But no one told me that they wanted me to be different. They just seemed upset.
I don't mean this to sound like an excuse for anyone, but they probably didn't tell you anything because you didn't tell them anything. You mentioned back in Allfield that for the first 5 years of you being chosen to be a leader, you kept it secret. In a community that small, there are no secrets. They knew, and you didn't tell them. According to Kiri, a lot of them felt betrayed by that.
I see. You're probably right. And I don't know if there's anything I'm going to say that's not going to sound like an excuse, but... Well... Did she tell you anything about my father?
We didn't do much talking.
Fair enough. Well... Let's just say that, I suppose I was so focused on doing anything I could to make sure that he was pleased that I didn't really have probably room or understanding of how to work with anybody else. If they felt betrayed, I'm sorry for that. I don't know. I suppose I stand here to tell you that it's never one-sided. It's complicated.
And that we can agree.
You'd seemed thoughtful when I gave my response. I found it an interesting reaction.
You mean back in Allfield?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you about what Kiri told me or not.
And that was it?
That was it.
Well, I suppose it is good to clear the air, even if we had to get a middle person to do it. But, well...
You can take the bed. I'll keep watch tonight.
Are there not 2 beds? There's one.
Yep.
Oh. She kind of blinks at that and looks at it. The whole time you're going to need sleep.
I'll find some time to get a few winks in.
I only need 4 hours, if that helps.
All right.
She kind of looks at her. Is that, are you usually taking watch when, we're at the inn?
Even before we were being pursued by some monstrosity made of eyes, You can never be too careful.
See. How do you
Luster,
get your
by the way, has already jumped up on the bed
Of
and
course
is
he has.
like right in the middle, up near the pillow as well, and is just like curling up, making biscuits.
Making biscuits.
Yep.
Ah, right. She kind of looks. Well, okay. Like I said, I only need 4 hours, so if you're uncomfortable, how about I take the next time and you can sleep?
Sure.
Unless, I mean, again, it's okay if you need sleep. I think we're gonna be okay.
I find it where I can. And she holsters her gun.
Okay. She'll nod. If I do make you uncomfortable, you'll let me know, right?
Very little makes me uncomfortable.
Okay. Just checking. She will go in the parry of the bed. I don't know how it's set up, but whatever. It's not like a twin bed, right? We're talking like a double queen.
It is pretty decently sized. Yes.
Okay, that's good at least.
Again, the nestled nook in particular is just a very busy and popular place now, so they did not have a whole lot of rooms left.
Okay. Well, she's not about to. Okay. Well, she will look at it and she will nod. And then she'll start just kind of edging in the part that's not nearest to Zana in case she decides, oh, she does need sleep.
Sure.
She's very
So,
concerned.
As you're preparing yourself for rest, Zana leaves
Of course.
and says good night as she does.
Good night.
Was there anyone else who would like to do anything before sleep? I imagine in Leo and Roz's room, they're both just sitting there on either side staring at each other like, all right, heads or tails?
I don't know that Roz is coherent. She got fucking cranked trying to go shot for shot with that dwarf.
You sure did. In fact, why don't you give me a constitution check at disadvantage?
Right. What button's disadvantage? There we go. 12.
Okay, you make it back up to a room.
To a room?
Yeah, Leo, you hear someone knocking around out in the hallway and open it up to see Roz trying to enter someone's room and are able to sort of corral her back into the correct room before anybody comes to the door.
Oh God, you're so young with alcohol. Come here. This one.
Oh, sorry, miss. That was... Listen, one day you will look back on this and remember that we almost shared a night together. And then she stumbles into Leo's room.
It's like an old man, like, huh?
It's not even a person. No one even answers the door. She's just talking to the closed door
She's
still.
just talking to no one.
And by the time you
She
get into
is-
your room and Leo gets you to the bed, without even taking any of your armor or anything off, you just face plant onto the side of the bed and are out
Yeah,
cold.
she is definitely not in the bed properly. She is hanging off the side of it.
Oh
Alright.
God, what do? She's too big to take the armor off. And I go and get her some water and I just put it next to the bedstand or whatever there and make a pillow, like, divider between us so I can sleep and she doesn't, like, roll over on top of me.
All right. And with that, even despite the heavy drinking and in the armor, everyone gets a good night's rest. Was there anything anybody else wanted to do? Any imaginary friends anyone wanted to talk to?
I don't have an imaginary friend.
Well,
Talk to
Take the
Shadow.
sword.
He's not imaginary, he's real, okay?
Sure.
all right. Eventually, you all come to the next day, some of you with more of a headache than others.
Oh God.
And you
Oh God.
meet downstairs. Maeve, the only... No, you know what? I'll say that probably Bella and Jurg are up. You see that Elvior is still asleep in the booth where Roz left him with 2 more bottles than what they had when you left last night.
Sounds about right.
You also know that Wisteria also had quite a few tonight, so was probably sleeping it off.
Mm-hmm. I look between them and Alveor. Please tell me he just couldn't get up the stairs and not that he couldn't afford a room.
No, we have the rooms. He just, well, you know, Alveor can't
do.
quite make it. And Yer goes, it was nice having a full bed to myself.
Yeah, you know what?
He tosses and turns.
Yeah, I hope he didn't damage the walls here with that tossing and turning.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Well, so you guys are gonna be here for a while, right?
Yes, I suppose the plan is until someone wants to go north or south and needs someone to take them along. We've been making decent coin here, so.
Fair enough. We're actually going to be investigating the
Fey Wall.
Fey Wall. Thank you. I almost called it the Fairy Wall, and I knew that was not correct. The Fey Wall. Have you guys heard anything about that?
I believe that you
Oh, we already talked about that.
you
I'm
got
sorry.
you got a little bit from them, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Bella actually says, I heard some more talking about it this morning when I went out for some stuff. I don't know if this probably isn't going to help you in your investigation at all, but there are some people that believe if you can get past the fairy wall in the forest over beyond the Ustalak, that there's treasure to be found as well.
Interesting.
Take that one with a grain of salt, though.
As with any legends of treasure, from the 1 in 10 chance you can get it, you go for it, I suppose. But although we have other reasons we want to investigate. Right. I mean, she'll eat with them and wait for anybody else to come downstairs.
Yep. You notice that Zana's already down. She's over at the bar eating a breakfast as well.
Help Roz down.
Yeah, Roz is a tough awakening in the morning, but eventually she kind of gets up, goes over, like swishes water in her mouth, spits it out, drinks a ton more water. All right, let's do this. Oh God, never again, never again.
So
We need to get
as-
some eggs and bacon in you first.
As you're coming
yes.
down, you do notice that one of the proprietors of the inn is erasing some chalk off of a board and putting up the specials. This particular day, bottomless mimosas.
No. Roz throws up on the spot.
One of the
Wow,
barmaids kind
metagame
of
much.
frowns and goes, "I'll get the bucket."
Oh God. She makes her way over to the table and sits down. She has got on a strip of cloth covering her eyes.
And how are you feeling this morning, Roz? I didn't quite hear a word in there.
Fuck you, Maeve.
Oh, rude. You should have been in the room with. You should have been in the room instead of Zana. Maybe that could have made that come true.
Yeah. I don't think so last night. Whiskey being what it is.
That's true.
You could have tried, but no, she was out.
Yeah, how
No.
long was I conscious for last night, Leo?
About 1 second as soon as you hit the bed.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay. Well, no damage done. I will say you at least reached the bed. She kind of motions to Alveor.
Yeah,
With help, she almost went into another room last night. It's kind of cute.
Roz.
listen, and she just starts falling asleep.
Okay. Well, Hermia's gonna be glad that we may not get to go to the Feywall today.
Oh, we're going to the Feywild. This is going to be great.
Oh,
Learning
good.
experience.
Our person who's supposed to take the hits for us is hungover.
We can stealthily do it. Her armor doesn't clank around as much as possible.
Well, I'm not worried about her armor clanking around. Oh, she took the chair with her. Okay, I don't. Probably not good. All right.
We can get a
Sure,
raft with some leaves, and we can plop her
here,
on there and just push her over.
Yerg, you wanna help her up?
Your
Why
reaches
is Roz
over
on the
and
floor?
slowly helps Roz back up into the chair.
Roz is what we like to call a hungover.
Oh.
It's not fun. I remember experiencing that in this bar. Roz is honestly lucky that she remembers this bar. I did not my first time.
Amateurs.
Amateurs.
I fell out of my chair and hurt my wrist.
Oh.
You got to
Oh.
commit to the bit.
Yeah, I sure did. Ow.
Not when you're
Like-
30. No.
I might have to go get some ice. I'll be right back.
Honey. Okay. So Roz is we're gonna leave her be delirious. How are you, Hermia?
Good. Anxious. Yeah.
That's fair. And well, once we have Leaf down here and we can maybe all talk
This
about
one
it.
is right behind you, Maeve.
You literally turn
Yeah,
and he's like
I
an
was gonna
inch from
say.
you.
He came down here before I did.
Yes, no one
Bella-
thought to tell
Bella
me.
says, yeah, he's been standing there for about 5 minutes now.
Nobody thought to say anything. Cool.
He
Very,
was
very
just
cool.
standing there in a non-creepy way.
Yeah, that's not holding water anymore.
He wasn't doing the weird laser thing, though.
The weird laser thing.
Holding water is impossible with hands. You would need a bucket of some sort.
That is true.
Oh lordy. Okay, yeah.
Mother
God,
of Dragon Maeve,
Yes.
this one has a request.
Yes. What is your request, Leaf?
May this one use the sending stone today?
Oh, yeah, of course. Anything to get this off my hands. Here you go. Who are you sending a message to?
Leaf is just going to take the stone and hold it to its head. Do I have to say it out loud? Or
I
can it be-
believe you have to speak the words, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have it written down or you need someone to count for you?
Oh, no, you can count or whatever.
All right.
Still ahead of time. Am I the only anal one here? Don't answer that.
I was gonna say,
Leaf is going-
given the Pallet Elf background. Anyway.
Don't answer that.
Leaf is going to think of the very kind tour guide Streets from yesterday and send them a message saying,
Okay.
Streets, this is the tour that you had yesterday. We need assistance to find the Fey Wall. Please come to our location.
Yeah, 2 more words.
Didn't he say he didn't want to go?
You poopin'.
All right, immediately you get back. Where's that coming from? If you can hear me, no. But let me know when you're ready for the bar crawl. I'm up for that.
Leaf will hand over the stone to Maeve and say, he will be here shortly.
Oh.
I believe he is engaged in what others call comedy, in that he says something that he is not going to do.
What did he say, Leaf?
I'm pretty sure he said no like he did yesterday.
Yeah.
He seemed really creeped out by the Fey Wall.
That makes sense. That makes sense. How about we decide as a group, and then if he happens to show up, it'll be a pleasant surprise.
If anything, you can help prop up Roz while we walk to this wall.
I'm fine.
Jurg is still kind of like reaching over and occasionally adjusting Roz as she starts to like wobble one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't even worry about it.
One of the barmaids comes over with a large glass that has sort of like It's mostly a white liquid in it, but there's a bit of like yellow and orange kind of mixed in there as well. And she sits it down in front of you and goes, "Here, try that, dear. This one's on the house."
Roz glances down at it before shrugging. She picks it up and starts to down it.
Yep. It's basically just this giant mug of, as you're downing it, what tastes like probably milk and raw eggs.
She looks, as she finishes it, and she downs it in one go. She looks at the barmaid and just puts on kind of like a roguish smile. I've had worse.
And you feel a bit better.
Yes, Maeve.
Not now.
What?
Just not now. I'm worried
You'll have
about
to
you.
throw up, find some flour, and you can make some pancakes.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell, Leo?
Zana comes up to the table now and is like, "So, do we know where we're going?"
I thought you had suggested we talk to the captain of the guard first.
Watchmaster or Lawmaster is what some other people have suggested as well.
Well,
Yep.
Right, that's probably what you said. I'm just misremembering.
Makes sense.
I believe that would be the smart approach. She kind of looks at everybody. With the exception of Roz, are we ready to go?
Fuck is that supposed to mean?
Oh my.
Just that I already know where you're like, and that's okay. I'm going to ask the group first.
I'm ready,
Okay.
I guess.
I kind of tried to think through how to get the tallest person here in the heaviest armor not to just fall flat on her face. But I think and I turn to Leaf and I go, "Leaf, will you do me a favor?"
Yes. This one's existence is to provide favors for anyone who requests it.
Really?
Sounds
Anybody?
really passive aggressive.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
is that sarcasm?
There was no aggression in that statement.
Otherwise, he would have said aggressively. Get with the picture, guys. He's fine. I need you to be the one who makes sure that Roz does not fall on her face while we're walking.
You have no faith.
It's not
Compliance.
that I don't have faith. I just have reason and logic.
Leaf immediately stands up, or is already standing, but walks over to where Roz is and places its hands underneath Roz's armpits and sticks them straight out.
At least, buddy, you want to keep those arms?
Do you require them?
I don't think he's copping a feel, Roz.
You know what?
How about
I'm gonna go wait outside. Y'all can join me when you're ready.
we're about to go. That's why I started that. Sorry.
Leaf starts walking in unison with Roz's feet.
Jesus Christ.
All right. How about we go now? Yay!
All
Where-
right.
I-
So you
Where's
all
the
gather
Watchmaster?
and leave the nestled nook and find your way more into the center of town. It's easy enough asking around to eventually find yourself outside of the main Crown's Guard watch post. Oh, well, sorry. Were you going for the Watchmaster or the Lawmaster?
I forget which one you said last time.
Yeah, I
I just know like it was like either the watch or the guard.
They
captain of the guard.
basically told you. I think it was Streets basically told you that both of them probably have the information you're looking for. The Lawmaster is above the Watchmaster, so it's just kind of on you. They have different characterizations, and you may get different information.
Who is nicer?
No.
I do believe that Streets may have told you that the Watchmaster would probably be easier to talk to, but if there were any
That's what I thought.
rewards, that you'd probably get better rewards potentially talking to the Lawmaster.
I think the Watchmaster first, and then if he can't tell us something, we'll go to his superior.
Oh, okay.
Then
That's just my
easily
opinion, but we
enough.
don't have to. I am not a dictator.
I don't know like what to do though. So
Oh,
Excellent.
we'll say that
I
you head to
vote for
the
Dictator Maeve.
you head to the Watchmaster first. And as you get there, there are a few Crown's Guard already sort of sitting outside who sort of seem to be on their break, and they sort of see all of you approaching with a bit of intent. And you watch as one of them, in the midst of sort of eating a sandwich, turns and goes, "Joss, I think we need you out here." And you watch as a human man in his late 40s, well-mannered, maybe looking a little bit tired, kind of comes out. He has his helmet under his shoulder and his hands sort of on a hilt. And he comes out and goes, "What? Adventurers. All right, sure, come on in if you're here for information on the wall, I assume."
That would be correct. Maeve
All right.
with +0 charisma says.
Yep. So he kind of leads you on inside, and it's a lot more cramped inside than it looks from outside. It's kind of like barracks and like bunks lining most of the wall, and there's a few desks in here. And then other than that, a bunch of stands for armor, weapons, etc. But definitely seems like there's a lot more stuffed in here than what there probably should be. But he goes over and sits down at one of the corner desks. "All right, why don't we start with your company name then?"
We are the Second Chances.
What she said.
Second Chances,
All right,
cute.
you can go.
Can we get a representative from one of you?
Oh god, it's normally Roz, babe. What do we do?
I'm fine. Yeah. Hi, Rosalind Rust.
All right, sure. Okay, so what exactly is it that you're looking for? I'm happy to give you whatever information.
Well, I guess
Actually, I have a question that may or may not be related to the Fey Wall.
Sure.
Did a group of Eladrin pass through here?
They did. About 3 months. Yeah, three and a half months ago, a group of Eladrin soldiers came through town. They mostly kept to themselves, didn't talk to a lot. I was able to sit down with their captain, I guess, for a while, but they were pretty vague on details. They were tracking someone or something and thought that it came around here.
Do you know where they went?
The night before they vanished, they had set out across the Ustalak out there on the far side towards the forest. Late that night, almost early into the morning, we had some dock hands recall this huge flash of light that had lit up the night sky. We didn't see any hide or hair of them after that. We had sent out a small survey team. They didn't find much out of the ordinary. There was no signs of battle or a skirmish or anything, but we couldn't really investigate too much further in on account of there being a giant invisible wall.
My brother was part of that company that came through here, so I'd be very interested to investigate where they were.
Yeah, have at it. I can show you on the map where it is. If you want to take the, it's about a day, maybe day and a half travel from here. If you go around the south end of the Ustalak, I can potentially get you set up with some boats if you want to cut that in half. A few hours to just go across it. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot else I can tell you. Beyond that, we've had a few self-proclaimed researchers, magic enthusiasts that have came around to try and study it, ask questions type thing. They haven't really turned anything up yet. I know the Starosta's put in a few requests to Zadash to send someone out, someone with the proper authorities, investigators, but it's so far fallen on deaf ears. Smaller towns like us in Allfield rarely get the support that they need. And then you hear there's like a knock at the door, and you turn around. There's another. That same guy who's eating the sandwich was like, "Sorry, Captain. You got another one out here." And he's like, "All right, go ahead, send him through." And can we have our guest go ahead and pop on into the server here and pop into Video Ninja for us?
There was an imposter today.
There's an imposter among you.
I already knew.
Hermia kept a secret? What?
I've known for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Pretty decent at keeping secrets, actually.
Yeah, I can. As long as no one asks me directly.
Are you in here, Pela?
Hello.
Hello.
There we go. All right. So yes, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself as you enter in?
Okay. Short little halfling. There we go. Mute the stream. Little halfling, not quite 3 feet tall. Very, very thin. Wearing a violently green cloak, or at least the body. Has one arm is actually red, and if you look close, a completely different fabric than the rest of it. And there's no arm on the other one, but a pale blue, like tribal tattoo going.
All right. Welcome in. Is it just you? Do you have a group with you?
Oh no, it's just me.
And you're here about the invisible fairy wall too, I assume.
Yes. Very, very concerned.
All right. Well, second chances if you're heading out that way, and I suppose you don't mind. What a seventh wheel. Look, I don't know what you're potentially going to find out there. Probably a whole lot of nothing. But if you can find something, anything, bring it down, bring anything back. I can probably scrounge up. Kind of starts to look through some papers. Maybe 600-700 gold if I feel like it's worth it.
Well, I can't make any, like, concrete promises, but, you know, I'm from the Feywild, and the place that I'm from actually constantly comes from the Feywild to the Prime Material Plane. So, kind of familiar with random Fey shit randomly showing up where it's not supposed to. Could take
All
a
right.
look while we're
Well,
looking for my brother.
Don't go and get my hopes up or anything, but if you find something, bring back proof, I guess.
Roz will walk over to Pela. Do you know how to carry yourself in a fight?
She's been, the whole time he's been talking, she's been jotting stuff down in a book. She closes, looks up, because your character's real tall, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like 6'8" or
Looks
something
real
like
up.
that.
Yes?
Okay, you know the risks?
Oh, don't worry about me.
All right, then.
Well, we'll need to do further introductions, I think, once we get our questions answered.
Oh, yes. Walks right over to Leaf, and just presses an ear against the side of him and knocks.
It makes a dull, solid sound. It's not hollow at all.
He's sentient.
Yeah, he's
Oh!
alive.
One of those. I see.
This one is a robot.
Starts making more notes.
Sorry,
Um,
did you
sir?
folks have any other questions?
We'd be interested in taking the boat. You said it would cut down on travel time.
It would, yes. Here, and he reaches in and pulls something out of his desk and kind of jots something down and folds it up and hands it to you and goes, just go down to the docks and ask for Lester. He'll get you squared away. Please try to bring the boats back, or I'll have to dip into that reward fund.
We'll
Understood.
bring the boat back, yeah.
How many adventuring groups have gone out there, and how many have returned?
No, I mean, as far as groups like you that we've sent out, none. We've had a few come, asking around about it, but they mostly seem like tourists more than anything else. There's been a few, bookish types, and he kind of looks towards Pela, that have came around, wanted to go take a look. As far as I've known, none of them have came back hurt or been reported missing or anything like that. I don't think anybody can get past the wall, so good luck.
And she just sort of nods her head. Not surprising.
Right. Thank you. We won't clutter up your office anymore.
Appreciate it.
Or
Good
Mia
luck.
awkwardly shuffles out the door.
Okay.
Thank you. And I will-
Leaf will druid craft a little flower and put it on the guy's desk and says, "Wild mother be with you."
Leave.
Thank you.
Wide-eyed, more notes.
I'm gonna make sure everyone gets out of the room and be the last one out.
Yep.
Kayla, did you introduce yourself to us, or are we just knowing your name?
Yeah, no, I'll introduce myself. Pela Goodbarrel. Hello. Pleased to meet you all.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Timavra, but you can call me Maeve. And this is Luster. She points to the drake on her shoulder.
Squints real close at it.
Luster squints as well and kind of like extends his like neck and head out a bit and kind of sniffs the air around you. What
Sniffs back.
What does he smell?
Definitely a lot of dirt from the road.
Okay.
And just a little bit of a mustiness.
Okay. He seems to nod approvingly at you, Maeve.
He
Very well.
also smells pocket chicken. I say, "I'm Leo Woodsmile," and I toss him some pocket chicken.
He snatches her out of the
Gross.
air.
Okay, I see, yes.
I'm
Boss
Hermia.
one last.
Oh,
That's Hermia. No, we're good. It's fine.
I'm so
need to go over the
awkward. I'm
order.
sorry.
You're fine.
Shake both their hands.
And
Oh.
This one is known as Leaf, or like an echoloptic amplification of fauna and flora, an R-6Y series automaton built by one Dr. Fernelius.
Oh, okay.
and then
Can you
this
repeat that?
and then this is Zana before he repeats that.
Zana, you notice as she points to her, is kind of standing a good like 10 feet off, just sort of like out of the way next to the building, but gives you a nod.
Of course. Leaf, if you
Alright.
would repeat for the lady.
It's solely a thing of just like,
We'll
hold on,
say that
let me
Leaf
write that down.
Repeats it.
This one is known as like an echoloptic amplificator of fauna and flora, or Leaf, also known as an R6XY series automaton built for research purposes by one Dr. Fernelius.
Leaf, do you have speed functions? Can you do that faster?
Let's go to the docks, everybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Alright.
have plenty of travel time to experiment with this.
That's true. So, Pela, are you familiar? I'm assuming we're walking.
Mhm.
Yes, we're walking.
Pela, are you familiar with this Feywall? You seem to act as if you know some things.
Oh, well, I have studied quite a bit of magic. The Solstice Academy.
Oh.
Such as that place is.
Is it the Solstice Academy in Rexentrum?
It is. It is
Yes.
essentially the premier academy, magic academy in Wildemount, in maybe other parts of the world as well. It's where you met Elena Byrne, right?
That's what I thought. Okay, just making sure.
What
Makes
sort
sense.
of magical studies was your area of expertise?
Oh, well, quite good at evocation, but I definitely made sure to get all of the basics.
Location, interesting.
Yes, they the people there. You know how they are.
Only slightly. We only knew one person really there very well.
We also met Redrica.
Who?
Pela, go ahead and
the-
make a history check.
Was that to me?
Who was that?
No, Pela, make a history check.
Pela.
Yep.
Sorry, the A sound.
21.
Okay. Yeah, you heard of Redrica Fury Scribe. She wasn't quite a professor. She did a lot of sort of experiments and like a high level sort of like thesis type stuff. Definitely the type of person that when you saw her around or that anyone tried to interact with her, she was definitely there not because she wanted to be, but because that just happens to be where the work was. She was not a pleasant person to be around or to try and interact with, but she was brilliant.
Okay. Yes. Oh, really? She turned me down for an internship, of course.
Sounds about right.
Based on our short interaction, yes, I am not surprised. Not to you, just she didn't seem to want to talk to anyone in general.
Yeah.
But yes.
Shit, she still got my necklace.
Yes, we aren't. Yeah, we'll have to go back for that eventually. So you've come here from Rexentrum then? Is that your home?
Of a sort. I'm currently between homes, shall we say.
Fair enough.
I insight that.
Go for it. Make an insight check.
I have heard this term before. You are known as a, quote, wandering hobo?
Not in polite company, but yes, I suppose that suffices.
That's a 23.
Okay. Based on if you are telling the truth or not, Pela, let him know what he gleans with the 23.
Yeah. No, that's totally transparent. She just doesn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I'm a vagrant."
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like Rexentrum sent us kind of shit.
Leaf, what have I told you about repeating those kind of things that I tell you in confidence?
Hervia.
Okay, I like to gossip, and you guys were leaving me all alone last night, so...
I am sorry, that was not
one
the
of
intention.
those. Okay.
Who are you gossiping about?
We were just pointing at people and making up, like, stories about, like, what kind of people they're like.
Oh,
This
right.
one is sorry, Lady Hermia.
It wasn't
Please.
really gossip, it was more like just we're bored as shit while watching Roz drink. No offense, Roz.
We're so like I didn't notice.
So,
Yes.
did you consume a lot then?
Did I consume a lot to drink? Yes. That would be saying the least of it.
An acquaintance of mine got her stuck in a drinking contest, and he's very persuasive.
Leo, how many bottles did I finish?
I wasn't counting, but it was more than 2, maybe 3.
Yes.
I'm afraid LVR got you beat by 2 more.
And you're
I mean, it doesn't count if
standing
you don't
now.
make it to your bedroom. So that's the rule, I think.
Right.
Like he passed out in the booth, so he loses by default.
But is it an achievement if you had help from a 200-year-old man?
I mean,
Why did
listen,
it make that sound creepy?
it feels like everyone in my life is telling me I should be accepting people's help. Now I'm not supposed to. Now I'm disqualified if I get help.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I just slap her on the back and was just giving you shit, kid. You think way too much into this.
Pela, I believe we interrupted you. What was your question?
Oh, I was just you're standing now here. You're fine the morning after.
Fine is a word for it. I mean, I'm here. I'm going. I'll be ready to fight. Give me like
Fascinating.
20 minutes. I'll be good to go.
Notes.
She definitely just checked for a watch that doesn't exist.
Your clockwork timepiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's about a freckle past a hair.
It's just a sundial on her wrist.
Does Leaf have a sundial on his wrist?
No.
Leaf just knows what time it is by looking at the sun.
It's in my wrist.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But as for the rest of it, I mean, help is nice when it's available, but you have to count on yourself.
That's what I keep trying to tell people, but no one wants to hear it.
Roz, we're saying that perhaps when we say, work with us, we mean, don't go off by yourself and get eaten by a blood toad.
Oh, go. I did. Listen, we won that fight.
We did. And who got
And-
you out of the blood toad?
You all, because I depended on you.
Yes, once you depended on us. I'm just saying.
Well, she kind of had to depend on us. She was inside of a toad that was going underneath the
I
sea.
didn't really have a choice. But we all are
We
learning.
utilized proper strategy, and we won that fight, and no one died.
Yeah, we're lucky about that.
Wow.
I'm just saying. It was
Yes.
scary.
That
You
Hey,
and
love,
Romeo
we have a-
qualifies
died.
as a success.
All right, Maeve, you get to call the shots next fight.
I'm just saying that you and Hermie almost died, and it was very scary.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
almost die.
You
Did
almost
I?
you almost got thrown off a cliff.
What was
I was fine.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, combat's scary.
what was Pela's gender?
It's the female.
Female. Okay. Sorry, Lady Pela. This group has issues with people or with its party members sometimes dying in combat. So
Oh God.
victories
I'm
for in
furious.
which
Leaf,
we
that's
do
another
not.
one of those better to
I
think
see.
it than actually say it. We talked about this too,
She's-
man.
She's
was
been
one
taking
time.
notes the entire time, and at that she goes, you just hear her muttering, mild chance of failure. Got it.
Either
Don't have
way,
the best track record, to be fair.
I would say that we do, that we have improved in working together, right?
Our record is more wins than losses.
That is true. That is
Yep.
true. So, either way, Pale, I know that you seem to have come to this alone. Are you all right with working with us?
Well,
No.
some of your, admissions certainly give me pause, but I suppose I can work with the tools I have available.
You just call us a tool?
Yeah, I feel kind of offended.
Okay. We are all very good at social cues.
I mean, that is the nicest way to call me a tool.
I mean, it's an apt description, but not me.
Oh, good lord, people.
Don't lump me in with him.
This one is
Ooh.
also a tool.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You know what? I take it back. I take
Divisions
back everything I said this
possible
morning.
to
I will be
exploit?
drinking again very soon.
You know what? We'll have our going what's the pub crawl? I couldn't think of the words. I'm sorry. We're gonna have a pub crawl later tonight if you wish, and we can forget about all of this.
That
Either
means if we can get back.
I would say I think it's going to be a couple days.
Fair enough. Halo, I wanted to ask, do you know anything about this Feywall? Or Feywalls in general? This would be my first one.
Her eyes just sort of get a little big and puzzly. No, why would I be coming to research it if I knew already?
I mean, that's a fair point.
She like sniffs at you.
I more meant if you had known anything before coming to the Feywall in general, but
Oh well,
Maybe you're a
I've studied
magical wall expert.
prismatic walls, of course, but it's not quite the same.
very well. Well, I suppose we will all be surprised with what we approach then.
Even so, if you have been to one Feywall before, having more data sets can only increase your odds of learning more things about said walls.
That's also a fair point.
Were you a research assistant before?
Yes, I was a research assistant for floral and fauna.
Looks around at the rest of you. Is he for sale?
No,
No,
that's like slavery, lady.
Yeah,
You
he's
don't
sentient.
sell people.
he's a sentient person. He's a part of our group.
Okay, noted. It's like the academy all over again.
How much would you pay for me?
Oh my, leave! No.
Leave!
No.
Leave, no, that's not how this works. We didn't pay for you, you joined us, remember?
Understood.
You get equal payment too, right, Maeve?
Yes! I try! He gives the money away!
I mean, you know what? In fairness, my mom used to sell herself.
Russ, that's not the same thing!
I think that's different. When
That's
you
very
sell
different.
yourself.
I don't think Leaf can do that.
Questionable
know.
parentage.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Are we at the dock yet?
As you finally approach the dock and look out over the Eustalock, it's not as impressive of a sight when you were north in Bicetal outside of the airlock, but regardless, it is still an impressive body of water for those of you who haven't often seen them. Somebody go ahead and give me an investigation check, asking around for Lester.
Who gets like the advantage, Maeve?
Yeah, but I only have
Yes.
+1, so...
You can use my +5.
My +6.
I'll use Leo's.
Okay, you know what? You find Lester, okay? You
Okay.
go down, we'll say probably like the middle one, just kind of like calling. We're looking for Lester. Anybody know where Lester is? Lester? And eventually you see a tall, older, but not graying too much, human man, kind of lanky, kind of looks up from a boat and goes, "Yeah, quit your hollering. What? I'm Lester. What do you need? What can I do for you?"
Oh, we have this thing from the Watchmaster. Said to give it to you.
All right. So you give him the paper and he looks at it. All right, what do you need boats, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got? Looks like there's 7 of you. We can fit 3 of you to a boat if you're going out. So you need at least 3 boats?
Looks like it.
All right, sure. And he kind of steps up off of what he was in and just kind of like, you notice that where he is, there's a bunch of smaller sort of rowboats. Nothing that you'd want to take out for like extended periods of time, but enough to kind of go on the lake, for a few hours fishing, kind of stuff like that. Well, all right, go ahead and take your pick. Any idea? I'm hoping you're going to be back before nighttime.
Depends. How long does it take to get to the other side of the lake?
I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours, depending how good you are at rowing.
We might be back by dark then.
Maybe. Probably tomorrow, though, if we're...
I will not
perfectly honest.
compromise my research schedule for you, sir.
How
All right.
much money to make this amicable?
It's on the lawmaster's dime. He'll pay me if you don't come back or screw
we're
the boats
planning
up.
on coming back. We just don't know when.
All right, well, I would try to not be on the water after dark. There's stuff in the lake. Also, depending on how superstitious you are, maybe stay away from the island in the middle as well. People say a witch lives there.
The witch.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Is this related to the Fey wall, or this is a separate thing?
Oh, I don't know. Just the wall. Yeah, that faith thing. No, it's a separate thing.
Oh, okay. That's why I wasn't sure.
Okay.
So it's its own legend.
I
Got it.
see.
I have
Yep.
a creepy witch that lives by my city, too. I think it's kind of normal.
It's not normal here, lady.
Oh. Well,
Maybe the witch came out of the okay. Let's figure out these boating arrangements, shall we?
All right. Well, I'm just gonna point out whoever's with me. We cannot tip this boat over. I cannot swim.
I'll go with Roz.
Thank
You
you, Hermia,
can't.
for
Hmm.
Roz.
Yeah.
That's
where
an
I
impressive level of physical ignorance.
come-
Wow.
She looks at this pint-sized little. Anyway.
Roz, deep breaths, Roz. Deep breaths.
Yeah. Sorry. Where I come from, there is not really many bodies of water you would ever swim in.
That's fair. That's true.
Oh, so you're from the desert. Okay.
What? No. What?
Leave it at that.
All right,
That's one
so we have Roz and Hermia in a boat.
All right. Who's
Oh,
next?
Leaf is also still connected to Roz, so Leaf will.
Leaf, you
also
can go
with
on your own boat. It's
Is in
fine.
that boat
Oh.
as well. Wait, do you want to be in Roz's boat or a different boat?
I want to be a Roz's boat.
Okay,
All
be
right.
a Roz's boat. Just trying to make this easy.
All right. Zana takes one. Hops into one as well.
I'll hop in with Zana.
All right.
Sure. All right, I'll go with Pela then. I think it's just the two of us, right?
Yes, and Luster as well.
And Luster, yeah. But he'll
Guys,
probably
Don't
go-
worry, I have my bubble thing, like, if you need it.
My bubble thing.
Can Luster
do.
swim?
That's great.
Katie, real quick,
I don't
what's
wanna go
what's
to
your
the
max
bottom of the
HP?
lake.
66.
66. Okay. All right. So with that, you are all given your boats, and you all begin to push off out into the Ustalak. It is a beautiful day out. Easy enough to sort of row through and send yourself away, but it'll be about 2.5 hours to get to the other side. So as you're going along, is there anything anybody wants to talk about? It's easy enough to sort of shout over and back and forth to one another.
I assume Luster is now just flying.
No, Luster is actually still in like his small form, is kind of like looking
Yeah.
over the edge and occasionally just like chomps down into the water trying to grab fish.
You hungry,
Aw.
buddy?
And he finally gets one and just begins munching on it.
Munch.
I think for all the things that Roz does quite well physically, I think she actually struggles a little bit with this one, as our boat continues to list a little to the left.
Oh gosh, Hermnia's probably not much better at it either.
Leave, help!
Ladies, even strokes, even strokes.
Yeah, sorry.
It helps if you rock the boat back and forth with each row.
It doesn't.
And
it
so-
doesn't, Lee.
It
It does
does?
not. It does not help. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't know.
Why did I put the three of them on a boat together?
I didn't know Leaf was gonna come.
I know. I don't blame you. I blame myself.
But Maeve, you
Page.
told Leaf to stick with Roz.
I
In
did
case
do
she
that. This is why I blame myself for unforeseen circumstances. Pela, how are you?
Oh, it's a wonderful day. And just sort of looks over at them in that boat. Do you think they can handle it?
Well, as we say in the Second Chances, they're gonna handle it or die trying. That's a joke. They were gonna be fine. We're
She just stone-faced writes that in her book.
No, they'll be fine.
Is that a
We
thing
all-
we say?
We no, it's not. We are all they're gonna figure it out one way or another. Each of us are I think each of us have new experiences in some of these things, and some of us have strengths in others. And so that's how we all kind of work together and lift each other up.
Yes, teamwork. Well, I was never much one for that. Good enough on my own. And tell me, and she pokes Luster, how did you come by him?
He picks up his fish and walks to the other end of the boat away from you and drops and starts eating it again.
It's like rude.
He was a well, I'm not sure if I could really explain it if I tried, but I suppose you could say it was a gift of sorts.
A gift from someone else? He's giving away dragons.
Yeah,
Do you know they still have some?
I think it's kind of a special order.
Rosalind nudges Hermie as like, oh, shocking. The rude halfling has never gotten a gift.
Roz, I'll tell you the same thing I told Leaf. There's some things that you can't say out loud. You can only think them.
I'd like to see her come over here and make a big deal out of it.
But yes, he and I have been together for some time, you could say. And actually, when he's not like this, he can fly. And about the size of a steed.
He can change his shape.
Size,
Fascinating.
but yes.
Size. cross
Luster
out.
comes up to you, Maeve, and drops like the tail end of the fish and kind of nudges it towards you.
Aw, he's sharing.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. She kind of feels a little bit back at it. You mind cooking this for me, buddy?
What element is he set to?
Ice.
Oh no.
I think he's
He was
still
lightning.
I think he's still acid, isn't he?
Acid?
Yeah.
Acid you.
He kind
Needle
of
cook it.
looks at you with this look like, not today.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, she will nod her thanks to him and pretend to eat raw fish. I guess.
Make
Eat raw
a
fish? I don't even know.
make a
Make a
deception
performance
check.
check.
Deception
Aw, don't make-
against his insight. Here we go.
Aw, that's
I'm
making me.
gonna roll for him.
Aw, man.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, I rolled an
So
8.
so as you're like nom nom, oh it's so good, he just turns and looks at you, Pela, like, and just like shakes his head a bit, and then picks the fish back up and walks to the other end and just kind of starts gnawing on it a little bit.
She's utterly perplexed. Everyone knows elves can't eat fish.
What are you talking about? We can eat fish.
Ah.
What? No, you're allergic.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would know if I was allergic to
I've
fish.
never. I mean, we don't. Where I come from, we don't eat a lot of fish, but that's because there's not a lot of large bodies of water where I come from. I guess there's rivers.
There's
I'm
rivers,
sorry,
yeah.
what?
Okay, fair enough. Oh.
She
right.
starts flipping to a different part. No, it's all here.
I
Who
look
did
over
you
at the
talk
book.
to, lady?
I look at her book. What do I see?
It is pretty incomprehensible writing.
Oh my god,
As
it's
though she has been
Xanavor.
trying to make up her own language.
Oh, one of those. Got it. Well, no. We do eat fish where I come from. We have rivers and things like that. So no.
I'm going to need to find my old volumes. This changes
changes
a few things.
This changes everything.
Yeah. So my city shows up randomly in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, we eat fish a lot.
That makes sense.
Yes. She's and Eladra and I from the Pallet Grove.
Elf and I ate fish the other night, so I wasn't itchy.
This one has never eaten a fish before.
You can't eat anything.
Luster perks up and
What do you run on?
grabs the fish and jumps over into your boat and drops the rest of the fish down with you, Leaf, and then jumps back over to Maeve.
The boat shakes a little bit, and Rob like freaks out and grabs the edge.
He's tiny. He's a small.
He's just a little guy right now.
He's just a little guy. He just
I
flies.
know, but if he jumped over into the boat, it probably still shook him it.
You got.
Zana smirks and goes, "Steady now."
Shut up.
Oh boy.
I'd say Leaf, based on where you are with your perception, you actually notice Zana smiles at that. You're the only one who notices, though. So you continue on, and it gets easier, Roz. After about an hour, and you kind of passing the oars back and forth and stuff like that, you all get it down pretty pat, and it's pretty smooth sailing. And eventually, you do start to see the shoreline on the other end starts to come into view. And then there's a sudden hard knock. Something hits Roz, Hermia, and Leaf's boat pretty hard. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from Roz, Hermia, and Leaf, please?
Oh, yeah, 1 second.
You all get +4.
You do.
Yeah, you do get +4.
Yay.
Good news, everyone.
A +4?
You get to add
Yep.
+4 to it. Yep.
22.
So 19.
Okay, so it hits, and you all kind of like feel the shake, and you have to like grab the side of the boat. but you're still in it. Everything's fine. All of you notice though, like whatever hit it pretty hard.
Do we know where it hit us? Like, was it...
underneath somewhere.
Oh, great.
Everything all right up there?
Give me a perception check from Pela, Maeve, and Leo.
You got it.
20.
26.
Maeve, what did Leo get?
15 plus 8, 23.
All right, Maeve, you notice it first. As they sort of grab the edges of their boat and begin to rock, you see a dark shadow that disappears off towards you down into the water. And as all of you begin to look around, you start to notice more and more of them. And as one of them begins to peek its head up through the water, you see a spear coming up with it. Rosalind, you recognize what they are immediately.
Oh, no.
What are these things?
A group of Miro on the lock begin to come up around you. I need everyone to make initiative rolls, please.
Hey, can you say PTSD? Because I can.
Do we have cannons on these boats?
I can't pronounce it, but I can spell it.
You do not.
Do we have a map for this or no?
Yes, give me just a second. I'm trying to get it up on stream so I don't forget.
Okay, I will not.
On this shit,
roll my
and I'm
initiative.
not re-rolling it because it was good.
Chris, let me know if this starts to tank your, because we didn't get a chance to test it. So if this tanks your computer
I'm sorry.
or anyone's, let me know and I can turn all of the water off.
Oh, that's fancy.
Cool.
Neat.
And Lester can fly! Oh, this is perfect! Oh, man.
Those things are big.
They are.
Raz, you didn't mention how they're large creatures.
She hasn't even talked to you guys about these things yet.
Oh, I thought she did. Sorry.
Yeah, so immediately upon seeing these things, she stiffens, straightens up, gets super serious, and just barks out at all of you. If you take an arrow, don't pull it out.
Raz,
Oh,
I also
okay.
need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Don't pull it out?
Yeah,
Don't
do not pull
pull
it
it
out.
out.
15.
Why?
Flips to a fresh page, makes a quick notation.
As you call
Slams
this,
book shut.
as you call this out to everyone, Raz, you can feel your heart is going crazy right now. You're starting to tense up a little bit. You're looking around. There's no place to move. You are in their domain.
Mm-hmm.
You're suffering from the frightened condition. You can repeat the save at the end of future rounds.
I think I'm immune to frightened, aren't I?
This
That might not be to level 10.
I think it's level 10, but this is plot fear, so.
Okay, plot twist.
Instead of
What is-
frightened, it's terrorized.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's the terror condition. What is the effects of? Oh wait, I can chat.
You can't
Christ.
willingly move towards anything that you're
that's fine, I
afraid
can't
of,
move.
which you can't really do much here anyway. And any attacks while within sight of them are at disadvantage.
Got it.
Hermia,
Yeah,
you
Roz
got an
looks
18.
fucking spooked.
Wait, what?
Zana gets advantage here. Ooh, Zana did very well. For once. So currently you only see 3 of them, but all of you definitely saw more shadows in the water than this.
How deep is the water right now?
You're not sure. There is a way to find out, though.
What is it?
I assume based off the time we're middle-ish on the lake.
No, actually, you guys are quite a bit closer, and you can see the shoreline off in the distance. And we will get to that here in just a minute on why that matters for you. So on your turn, you can choose to use your movement to go 10 feet further with the boat. You can also choose your action to basically dash and move 20 feet further. You will also notice that your boats have HP.
Oh, good.
So, top of the round,
Wonderful.
it is Zana's turn. So she is going to take out her big gun first and take aim at probably this one in the back here.
Can I plug my ears?
No.
Just roll a d20 for me.
That's probably not good. 5.
You don't even realize she's taking it out. And we'll say that you're deafened for a round as this goes off behind you. Oh, that's a natural 20! For 30 damage as she blows a chunk out of this thing's shoulder in the back. And you hear it, like, scream and squeal with this high-pitched sound. Leaf, it is your turn.
Leaf is going to...
We'll also say that Zana's going to use her movement to move you forward by 10 feet.
Sorry, I'm not ready.
You want to have Maeve go while you're thinking about what you want to do?
Yes.
All right, Maeve.
Okay. I am going to attack this one right here.
Okay, go ahead.
First attack. 22 hit.
22 does hit as you let your first arrow loose. It strikes true right in this thing's clavicle.
Can I make my next attack to add all the damage together?
You can, yeah, go for it.
Thank you. The 16 hit.
A second one hits as well. Not quite as well as the first one. This one kind of lodges into its bicep as it's raising up its trident, but it does land.
I will use Favored Foe on the first attack. So
Mhm.
it's going to be this much damage plus this much damage. And then the second attack, I'm going to infuse my... I think he's within... Okay, hold on. Oh, nope, he's not. So I can't do that. That's okay. That's fine. I didn't think to move. So then I will do my second attack.
I was going to say, it looks like...
damage.
do you want to use your movement to move the boat up further?
Yeah, let's do that.
Whoops, hold on. All right, because that will get you to there. And Luster, because he...
The boats have, we can't see that. Or I can't, at least.
I will,
Okay.
I will,
Yeah,
I
I
will get
see
that up so that you can see that.
Thank
So
you.
because Luster's small, he could get up next to you
Okay.
and still infuse your strike for you to use.
Okay, thank you. And so, okay, then we're back to my next damage, which is this, and then this acid damage. It might say lightning.
Okay.
Um,
Let me know what the total between everything is.
That is 16, 26, 27 damage.
All right.
And then, Luster, I'm going to use my bonus action to command Luster. So can he still fly then? Because of the... He has a fly speed, right?
Yes. So you have to invoke basically your transformation of him.
Okay. Is that an action then, or?
I'm not
Oh.
sure because remember we just have Luster out all the time, but technically you're only
Yeah,
supposed to
we
be able
don't
to
do
summon
quite
him
the...
a few
yeah.
amounts of times. So you know we'll say for this that yeah he's able to transform. He's just a medium creature at this point, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Then yeah he has. He's used 10 feet of his movement, so take 10 feet off of whatever his flying is, and you can go
Got
ahead
it.
and move him the rest of wherever it is that you want him to go.
Pretty sure he has... I'm just double checking. Pretty sure he has 40 movement. Yes, he
Okay.
does. Okay. So then he's gonna get right up on this guy's face. Oops, sorry, wrong one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna do a bite attack. Where are you? Does 15 hit it?
It does. So Luster comes in now the size of, as you said, a steed, and is able to swoop down and get a real good bite onto this thing's other shoulder and almost kind of lifts it up out of the water a bit before it reaches up and kind of punches at him and drops him back into the water.
So we actually get to roll 2 types of die with him. So this is piercing damage, and this is acid damage. So that is 6
total.
damage total.
All right.
I have longer turns. Oh, crap. Okay, and that is my turn. So I don't know if Leaf wants to go again.
All right, Leaf, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. First, do you want to move the boat forward?
Well, let me ask this. Does Leaf sense Rosalind's hesitation at all?
With a 13, Roz, just roll a d20 and add your charisma to it. Do you think, Roz, that you would try to hide your fear?
Definitely.
Okay.
So roll 1d20 plus 4. 23.
You do not, Leaf. With her in the front and Hermia between you and you kind of assessing the battlefield, you do not sense it.
Okay, in that case, Leaf is just going to do what it normally does and assume it's starry chalice form.
Yep.
And Pela, you notice that Leaf just turns into just this flurry constellation of stars, and from everywhere around you hear, "Forward onto battle! Take care of them, Rosalind. Do what you do best." And it's going to use its action and movement to move forward 20 feet.
All right, so that's a total of 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15. Nope, yep, yeah, you can basically get right up between them.
Oh, is it 30 feet or 20 feet?
10 feet for your movement, and then an additional 20 if you use your action.
Oh, all right. Probably better. Good.
All right, and with that, Rosalind, you look down, and there's a mural looking right up at you with a spear. You can see the poison dripping off of the edges.
Y'all. She tries to like gather herself, and she's gonna first turn and look at this one, and she's gonna cast Bastion of the Meek on that one.
Okay.
Or she's gonna use Bastion of the Meek rather, and then she will take a swing at this one with her sword.
All right, go ahead. You have to remind me exactly what Bastion of the Meek does, since I don't have all the stuff.
Bastion
in
of
front
the
me.
Meek. Yep, I got you. It's you may mark a target within 30 feet of you as your bonus action. A marked target gains advantage on attack rolls against you and suffers disadvantage on attack rolls against other targets.
Gotcha.
Additionally,
All
if a marked target, if the target attacks another creature that you're within 5 feet of, I get to make an opportunity attack on it.
All right.
All right, and we're gonna poke this guy in the face.
Remember, at disadvantage until your terror wears off.
And
So 10. So as you go to strike down at it, this thing manages. It would have hit pretty true right in the face, but it puts its trident up and sort of deflects your blow off to the side.
she'll attack again.
The boat is very wobbly as you try to steady yourself here.
Yeah. She takes a moment to brace herself.
Mhm.
Goes again. 10 again.
Same thing. You try each time to sort of find purchase, and this thing parries the blow, and you can't tell for sure, but you feel like this thing is grinning up at you.
That's my turn.
Hermia.
Okay. So
Hermia, you might be able to notice that Roz looks fucking freaked out.
I would say that after these first round of attacks, it's probably a bit more noticeable to both Leaf and Hermia, yeah. Oh, go ahead and make a wisdom save, Roz.
Oh, yep.
are these two both looking in our direction?
Yeah, they're all kind of looking all over the place and kind of taking stock of the battlefield. Rosalind, you
Okay.
take a moment finally after that, missing both of those strikes, to really sort of gather yourself. You're not going to let what happened to Mira happen again. You're the second chances. You've been selected for a higher calling. You've got this, and you shake off your terror.
I was going to try to try to cast a hypnotic pattern, like in this direction,
Okay.
hoping to like hit these two. I'm not sure like if it would work though.
Not work in what way? I mean, you don't have to worry about them looking in a different direction. If they're within the AoE of it, it'll get them.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I want it like in this direction to hit the one
Okay.
right next to us. And
Yep. What do
the
they have
one over
to roll? Is it a wisdom?
Yeah, it's a wisdom. Hold on, I just had it up. I don't know why I clicked out of it.
They are not super great with wisdom saves.
16.
Okay, so this one up here that Zana had shot, both of them kind of look towards this pattern. The one that Zana had shot at kind of like shakes its head a bit and seems to like renew its focus on you, Hermia. But the one that Raz was swinging at just kind of like drops its spear low into the water and just turns away from you all and just seems to be staring up at the sky.
Got it. That's the one I was kind of hoping would like get affected by it. So once like that's the guy's like, you know, looking over there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use all my movement to keep going ahead.
Okay, did you want to use your movement, Raz, as well after you had attacked to move forward?
I can't move closer to any of these.
Well, you're
Well, I
not
couldn't
frightened
then.
anymore.
Well,
Well,
when I was on my turn, I was
Oh,
though.
sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Technically, I don't think moving there... Whoops, that actually moved the mirror along with it. That's not what I wanted. All right, hold on. Ah, no! Get away! There we go. Technically, I don't think you're moving closer to anything just by going forward.
Okay, fair enough then.
And Hermia, was Hypnotic Pattern a bonus action or an action?
The action.
All right, so you can move 10 feet forward. Okay. And no opportunity attacks. All right, is that the end of your turn, Hermia?
Yeah. I mean, if that's as far as I can move.
Yep. All right, Leo.
Make it easy on you. Yeah, I'll move forward 10 feet.
Okay.
And in a deafened state, can I tell which one, like this mirror over here, is like sleeping?
Not quite sleeping, but I would say you saw Hermia cast the spell and kind of realize that it seems to be incapacitated now.
Okay, then I will attack the Shallow Priest.
All right, you using a dagger or your bow and arrow?
My bow and arrow.
Okay.
Which natural 20?
All right.
Does that hit?
Yup, unfortunately, you don't get any sneak attack with it, but it does still hit and does damage, so go ahead and roll your damage.
So 4 and an 8, so 12 plus 5 damage.
17.
Yep. And as my bonus action, I'm going to give Zana advantage on her next attack.
Okay. All right, so next it is the Miro Shallow Priest's turn. Kind of noticing that something's wrong with its fellow spearman here, you watch as this Miro raises a staff up into the sky, and you watch as mist and frost and this sort of light blue energy begins to gather and start to cling to it. And then it thrusts it out forward, and the winds begin to pick up around you, Raz, Hermia, and Leaf on your boat as it casts Sleet Storm on you and your boat.
What does that do?
Freezing rain and sleet begin to fall all around you in a 20-foot tall cylinder, 40-foot radius. So,
Okay, so it's
give me a
just snowing
second
and that's it?
here. Nope, it's gonna have another effect. I have to figure out how long 40 feet is. Radius would be 40 feet, like, across it from end to end, right?
That's diameter. Radius
Yeah.
is center to the end.
So it's
Center
more
so
like
it's
80
huge.
feet.
Gotcha. All right, so out to there and out to the tip of there. Okay. Oh, crap. about there-ish. So as this sleet storm begins to whip up around you, you watch as your boat slowly comes to a stop, and you realize that there is a thin sheet of ice that is slowly forming around as your boat comes to a stop. So within this circle, there is now a few inches of ice. It is enough to walk on.
How far away is the shore?
The shore from where you are,
70 feet.
yeah, 70, 80 feet-ish. Let me make sure this doesn't do any damage. It does not. So that was her action. If she has anything decent for a bonus action. And oddly enough, too, even though there is like an inch of ice, they seem unaffected by it and just sort of dip back down into the water underneath.
Rude.
Don't worry, though, there's more.
Oh, good.
Let's do... Leaf, make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay. $24.
You feel something begin to take a hold and begin to affect you, and your body almost seizes up, but you're able to shrug the effect off. And as you begin to look around, you see a second priest on the far side here who had attempted to put hold person on you.
Ooh.
Joke's on you. I'm not a person.
Pela, would you like to move the boat forward?
You can go ahead if you
I
want.
think you might be muted.
Sorry, I changed to push to talk for this. Can I move it forward and a little sort of diagonally
So
down?
you're set to go around? You can.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, what would you like to do?
Let's avoid that whole mess. Yeah, okay. So we're going to open up, I think, about here. No.
Oh, right, evocation wizard. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are you going to drop the
Okay, so-
campaign's first purposeful fireball?
Not yet,
Oh, okay.
but I will later, probably.
Probably should turn
On
fire
this
type.
square, we're going to cast Sickening Radiance. There we go.
Okay, what does Sickening Radiance do?
Dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Light spreads around corners and lasts until the spell ends, which is up to 10 minutes. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage, suffer 1 level of exhaustion, and emit
Jesus.
a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius.
All right, and
which
this
makes it
affects
impossible to be invisible.
any creature that's in it, or any creature
Except I'm using Sculpt Spell
that... Okay.
to mark 1 plus the spell's level, so 5 people, as immune to it.
And you said it
which
is
will be
30 feet wide?
yes, from this spot.
10, 20, 30. Oops. All right, and you wanted it like right there? Is that big enough?
This spot.
That spot. Okay. Like there-ish.
Yeah. And naming myself Maeve, and then the 3 in the other boat as immune to that.
All right, and did it say radius or diameter? I always get the two mixed up. Should it be bigger?
Radius.
I don't think D&D ever uses diameter. I'm not positive.
All right, so this should be
I think you're correct.
bigger then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it should
think
be twice
so.
that size.
Okay.
There you go.
And it's a sphere, so it would go down for any that are below the water.
It would. All right, so to start then, because it's already caught a few of them, what do they have to roll when they're in it?
It is a Constitution saving throw. DC is 16 on that.
All right, we will start with this guy up here then. Constitution, that is a 11, so go ahead and roll your damage. Next one, fail. Next one, what was the DC?
16.
That's a fail. And the last one is a fail. So they all fail. What's the damage?
24
24 damage.
radiant damage, and they all take a level of exhaustion, and they're glowing green.
Okay, so the level of exhaustion means that they are all now rolling at disadvantage.
Just for skill checks for first level.
Oh, right. I think it's second or third
Second
level that gives
level
us
is
on the
attacks
attack.
and
Yep.
whatnot.
So
yeah.
you all watch as
Well, if they're still in there on the start of their next turn, they get to do it again.
That's
as
true.
Pela says or does something. If you want to describe like what the casting of this looks like.
Yeah, it's verbal and semantic, or somatic rather. And so like she's just waving her arms around and spouting gibberish.
And you watch as this piece of light just sort of appears above the water. And it just hovers there for a moment before it bursts like a star. Rosalind, Hermia, Leaf, you begin to sort of shield yourself, expecting it to feel something, but even staring directly at it causes you no harm. But you see all three of the Miro begin to recoil in pain, and you also see about 15 feet down in the water, a sickly green light appears.
Well, that is certainly impressive.
All right.
I studied quite hard.
Is that the end of your turn?
Used movement and that. Yep.
All right. Now on to the Miro Spearman's turn. Indeed. Let's go back around to these three. So the first one, it's a failure. That's a failure. That is a failure. Go ahead and roll your damage again for it. Fucking wizards, man.
Damn wizards.
16.
All right, 16 damage. Roz, the one that you had originally marked, you watch as it just begins to sink down. The pale green light that was illuminating it, now gone.
All right.
Delete. There we go. All right.
Oh wait, no, that actually only affects them when they start their turn or move into it.
Yeah,
So they wouldn't have
they're
gotten double dipped there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like moonlight.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Moonbeam.
I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
Whee!
Guest privileges.
Let's see.
Not complaining.
Oh, nope, that's GM layer. Here we go. As each of these begin to surface, this one is going to move up towards Leo and Zana. Multi-attack here. And Leo, it is going to... swing at you with its claws and then attempt to spear you with its harpoon. So claws first. Does a 18 hit?
It does.
All right. Oh, no, that's 2d4, sorry. That is 9 slashing damage to you. And then the harpoon, that's going to be 20 to hit.
I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge to halve the damage.
That's probably a good idea.
I would do that.
Was it a dirty 20 or a 20?
Dirty 20. So it would normally be 16. You instead are able to reduce that down to 8 damage. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm going to use Inspiration for advantage.
Sure.
First roll is a 16.
You are 5 feet away from me being able to help.
And the second roll is a 17, so -1, 16.
Versus their 17. You all watch as the Miro lifts the spear up with Leo impaled on it and plooshes him into the water next to it. Leo, you also take
Shit.
9 poison damage as the Miro venom begins to course through your veins.
How much poison damage?
9. Zana is going to move forward up behind this, taking out her pistol and basically put this thing right up against the back of its head.
With advantage.
With advantage, that's right. And is
And
going
plus
to...
2.
we are flanking now. Oh, she's going to need it as well. That is... Oh, no, she's fine. That's like 20-something, so that hits. And she gets to use sneak attack on this. How many sneak attack dice is it at this level?
Half your level.
46.
4d6.
Round up.
That is 8. Oh my gosh, she rolled 3 6s. 10, 22,
Damn.
35.
Well, he did say she put it right
Yep.
up against its skull.
And,
that's a direct hit.
Pulls the trigger. Leo, you are then splattered with, like, gore of some type as this Miro kind of recoils in pain and reaches up. Half of its face missing, but it still seems to be moving. She'll pull the trigger again, which will also hit, but not for as much. That's another 10 damage. She's then going to action surge and fire 2 more times into it.
Good use of action surge.
Just fucking pumping this motherfucker.
Both of those hit. Oh, shit. And after, so boom, big one goes off, and then 3 more in quick succession. More holes just being blown through this thing's chest. And it sinks down into the water. And Zana moves the boat up next to you, and with her bonus action, reaches down to grab your hand. You can have, we'll say it only takes... No, we'll say no movement. On your turn, you can get back up into the boat without any movement.
Okay.
Leaf. No, wait. Sorry, that was only one of the Miro. That one is no longer, because it got hurt by the spell, so it is no longer under the effects of Roz's thing. It's going to move up to here. This one will move up to here, and they are both going to attack you, Leaf.
I'm in danger.
You are. All right, so first
What's
is...
attacking right now?
What's that?
Which one's attacking?
This one down here and this one
Okay.
up here. So both of them are attacking Leaf.
Got it.
So we'll do...
Are they flanking?
They are. Claw attacks first. That is a natural 20 for one of them. The other one missed.
Okay.
Don't feel bad about your cosmic wheel. As we learned, you cannot use it to lower d20s from a natural 20.
You
Womp
can't.
womp.
I was very sad. to
Yeah,
learn
that
only
was
one-
the whole thing.
There's only one spell in the game that gets to do that, and it's stupid.
So you take 14 slashing damage, Leaf.
Ha! It's nothing.
Okay.
And then they're both going to try and harpoon you as well.
Jeez.
I guess on the first one, I will channel divinity shield of light.
All right, we'll have you do the top one here. That is a 23 to hit. So I
That
think
will hit me.
still, yeah. And the other one is higher than that.
Yeah.
So you'll take the first hit, Roslyn. Leaf, you will take the second hit. You do not have to worry about the additional effect of being pulled in the water, though, Roz.
To make a check to not be blinded.
Ah, yes. What is that check?
Con save, I want to say.
15.
It is indeed a con save against my spell save DC. Yeah, that number that I use so frequently and know so well. 15 meets.
All right, so it's not blinded.
Is that affected by the exhaustion?
No, it's not.
Level 1 exhaustion is just half speed?
Level 1
No,
exhaustion
disadvantage on
skill checks.
skill checks. Okay.
So
Yeah.
Roz, you take 6 damage. That's already halved.
Okay.
And Leaf, you take 15 piercing damage
Ow.
and 9 poison damage.
Ow.
And Maeve, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Oh, whoop! Sorry, I
was
went
gonna
too
say,
fast.
yeah,
Yeah. Sorry,
I was
Leaf,
gonna
Leaf, Leaf.
At least you get to
Your
go
turn
right.
now.
Okay.
Would you like to move the boat forward?
Aren't we in ice right now?
You are. Yes. Sorry, the boat cannot move.
Okay.
I can fix that.
Jesus.
Is
Let me get us
that
closer first.
is that spellcaster still alive?
You cannot see it. Is all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well. Okay. So.
It's got a 150-foot range. It's fine. I can reach.
Uh.
I need to get closer because of Luster, so.
Would you like Maeve to go first?
Well, I can't move it. I'm just going to cast a Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Oh man, Bonker's health. Here we go.
As he suddenly heals the entire party back up to full.
Okay, it's not that good.
Hold on, that's just plus.
Don't forget about your
roll
moon sickle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moonsicle. It's delicious. It's a moonsicle. It's like a dreamsicle.
I know, that's what I was thinking of.
And I also give myself an additional 8 hit points.
Okay.
So I heal for 14.
Mm-hmm.
We can't move. I don't want to move.
They are Pela, yes.
I just want to. I'm just going to take the dodge action
Okay, fair enough.
because this is not a good spot.
Maeve, now it is your turn.
Cool. I'd like to move the boat a little closer
You got it.
towards this guy.
Okay.
We're staying away from the ice.
Yep, so right there as far as you can move unless you're going to use your action to go further.
That's fine. Won't need it. Just want to make sure. I'm gonna do the bonus action first with Luster, so that we don't have to worry about the is he close enough for the infusion. So he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get right up on the shallow priest and gonna bite him.
Bite away, Luster.
Go, Luster, go. Ooh.
So, I think technically Luster has to also make that check.
Oh, did you not include him in your thing?
Was only able
No,
to do
I've only
5
got
of them.
5.
Yeah, all right,
Also,
sorry.
Luster's not a person.
Sorry, Luster. Yeah, go ahead and make, what was it, a con save?
Con 16.
All right, yep. So Luster flying
Okay.
towards the priest. 13 does miss, so we'll say that as he's going in for it, this light starts to affect him, and he realizes that, oh, it doesn't hurt Mom or the team, but it does hurt me for some reason.
Okay, let me just roll here. His con's +2, so. Oh boy, that's a 10, so that's nope. What happens to him?
Go ahead and roll your damage, Pela.
Is it just damage, or is there anything else?
Damage and
Random
one
exhaustion.
exhaustion. Yeah, but it's that wouldn't affect him right now.
Okay.
That was the high roll. 29.
Ouch.
God.
You hear Luster just cry out in pain as he yelps from this radiant spell.
Maeve will look back at Pela in surprise and go, I thought you were able to keep this from hitting us.
Shrugs. I can keep it from hitting people.
Okay.
Poor Luster.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
Can I? Because it's when he starts his turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes, when he starts in it. So you
Okay,
can
so
move
he
him
took
out of it
30
if you'd
feet
like.
of movement. He's got 10 feet left, so 5, 10.
There you
Get the
go.
fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I mean, he started his turn there.
Luster
so there's nothing I
sneers
can do,
back at
but-
Pela.
All right. I will do my attacks now.
Mhm.
Come on, get up there. Okay. 18.
18 hits.
I'll do my next attack. So it's easy. Dirty 20.
Also hits.
Cool. I don't. Let's see. Do I want to use another thingamabob? Yeah, I might as well. I'm gonna use favored foe on this guy, and so here is my damage. 1, 2, 3. Where are you? 4. So total is 7 plus 9 is 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 total damage as you pin 2 arrows into the rib cage and into the neck of the shallow priest, who sort of turns towards you and just hisses.
And that is my turn.
All right. Leaf already went. Rosalind, it's back around to you now.
All right. Second verse, same as the first. We're gonna put Bastion of the Meek on this guy.
All right. And keep in mind that, remember, the blue circle is ice now, so you could get out of the boat
Yeah,
if you wanted
That's
to.
the plan.
Wait,
Well,
Roz, no!
I'm actually just gonna run back to here and take a swing at this guy.
Okay.
She's still on the boat.
Yep, she is still in the
Roz,
boat.
do not jump out! I'm about to get rid of the ice.
Duly noted.
One way or another, we'll get you out of there.
That was an 11 hit.
11, unfortunately, does
Do
not.
you want to use inspo?
I'll swing again.
A
6 hit.
26 does hit.
All right, and we're gonna fuck this guy up with some divine smite.
Yep, the first one comes down, and it's the same guy you've been attacking, who just parries it away. Does anyone here speak Abyssal?
No.
I do.
I think I do.
Oh,
I don't.
that's right, Rosalind. So yeah, as he parries it away, you just hear, "This is our world, human," in Abyssal.
Get out of here, bro.
All right, then as she is going to then swing back, she's gonna hit for 11 damage plus. Oh, sorry, I don't have my dice with me, so I have to do it in here.
You're
Divine
fine.
Smite, there you are.
You're really
Second
not
level.
fine.
So does this count as a fiend?
It's a monstrosity.
All right. That will do 2d8 plus 1d8 for a second level spell slot. So he's going to take another 11 plus 15, so that's 26 damage, of which 15 of it is radiant.
Okay. Do you
And,
say anything back to him?
Yeah. Actually, she'll speak back in Abyssal, then die in it.
And hearing you speak Abyssal is just enough to kind of throw him off a bit as like, wait, what? And you are able to thrust Radiant Sister down into his like shoulder. You can feel as you push it, the bone splinter, and this plume of radiant energy comes down and just strikes, blasting open his shoulder. He drops his spear and reaches, trying to hold his arm in place. He is not looking good. Fear now the only thing that's painted across his face. Would
It's
you?
my turn.
No, right. You can't move the boat. So Hermia, it is your turn.
So this the ice that's around us,
Yep.
is that what you would say it's a magical effect?
What spell are you thinking of using?
I'm thinking of using Dispel.
Dispel magic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the wording? That might hit my thing too.
Use
Well,
one
hold on.
creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Sweet, you only choose one. Choose the
Yeah,
ice.
I'm choosing the ice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. You can't quite.
And I'd be casting it at 4th level.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, because it's technically like a persistent effect from the Miro's spell. I will let you try to dispel it. It is a 3rd level spell. You're using it at 5th level.
Fourth.
At 4th, right. I'm going to say I want you to roll at advantage, since you can't see the priest, to see if you can dispel the spell. Since
Why
it's kind
would
of...
I need to see
Well,
the
because
priest?
here's the thing. I don't actually think that you can... I'm not sure if you can dispel, like, an ongoing effect, because it's a concentration spell, right? So she's concentrating on it.
It's as a magical effect.
I'm aware. I'm just saying, I don't know, like, I feel like this is in a gray area. So this is the way that we're going to do it, is I want you to make an Arcana roll at advantage, and you have to beat her spell save DC, which is a 13.
Okay. That is... Where's my Arcana? 15.
Okay. So, you know that this is magic. You know this is from a spell. But it's also one you've never really seen before, so you're not exactly sure how this is going to go. But where the Miro head went down into the water, you try to focus. You try to find where she may be lurking down there and hit your dispel magic. You recite the incantation. It goes off. Foamir kind of flares a bit in your hand, and you open your eyes. You wait a second. 2, 3, and then the sleet and the snow stops, and you watch as from the outside into the middle as the, if I can click on the circle, the ice vanishes.
Pela will shout out at seeing that. Aye, that's a good lass.
All right, was Dispel an action?
Yeah, it was, unfortunately, but I get instead of the ice.
Do you want to use your 10 feet of movement to push forward?
Yeah.
As you do... No, actually, you're all still within range of them, so
Yep.
they don't get a...
I have
Actually, I'm going to say this one gets an attack of opportunity
Wait,
on Roz.
Wait.
Yes.
Before
yes.
I move,
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Okay.
I wanna Roz. So is what is it called? Raven's Avenger something? It's a bonus action. Does that count as a spell, or is it like?
Nope, that's an action.
Okay. Can I use that to like push away? I guess.
I'm
One of
pretty
them?
sure, doesn't
Well, that
the
means
wording
everybody.
say creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would hit Leaf and Roslyn. You can absolutely do it. I am not going to talk you out of it, but I just want to make sure you know that.
All creatures adjacent to you. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Roz does a 24 hit.
Oh, yeah.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You are... Fucking Christ. You take 7 piercing damage and 4 poison damage. Why do I always roll so low on the beefy people?
Sorry, Roz.
Oh,
Roz gives a thumbs up.
actually, strength check as well.
Oh. I'm pretty good at those. Is it a strength save or a strength check?
Check. It's your strength versus theirs as they try to heave you into the water.
Don't they get disadvantage on checks?
They do.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Yes.
Why don't you use
Oh,
your
no.
info?
You want to use an inspo, Roz?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
it. You have 8.
Yeah. I've got a lot more than 8. I rolled a 6.
No, that's
Okay.
your inititive.
Jesus.
Oh, initiative. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I rolled,
wrong thing.
I rolled a 7. So, wait, 8. 8, 8, 8, 8.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Mystic Omen to give Roz an extra 1. Jesus.
9.
Why do you curse us?
Yeah, that thing is
Roz,
a curse.
Boy.
as the boat moves forward and this Miro spears out at you at the last second, its spear hitting your shoulder, where an arrow has been
Which
before.
shoulder? Oh,
Same
fuck.
one.
Roz, you have all heard Roz get hit before. You have never heard her scream like this.
And it draws everyone's attention towards Roz as she stumbles off the back of the boat and splashes down into the water.
Oh my god.
Leo, it is your turn as Zana reaches down and grabs you and pulls you up, saying, "This is the only free pass you get, old man."
And let's go save the little one. And I pull out my bow and shoot that one.
All right, and I assume you want to use your movement as well. 5, 10. All right, go ahead and fire.
17 plus 8 to hit.
That hits. Yep. You don't even have to roll damage. It does not have a lot of HP left. I don't think you... Yeah, you can't do less damage than that. So, Roz, as you hit the water, pain coursing through you, you watch as a little bit of Mira blood sort of splatters, and you see an arrow sticking out of one of its eyes. And it begins to sink.
Is she within 30 feet of me now?
I believe she might be. Yes, she is. God damn it, Adobe, shut the
Give
fuck up.
her. I know Adobe's fucking annoying. But yeah, I'll give her advantage on her next attack.
Okay. With that, it is back to the Spirit Priest who have to make a con save. That is a pass. Is it half damage if they pass it, Pela?
Let me pull it back up. I'm on the wrong.
If it's above, like, first level, usually.
Yeah.
Disintegrate.
Where is it? Or take 4... No, they just make it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, or succeed or take it, yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so in that case, this one here is going to move away from Luster. He can attempt to make an opportunity attack if he has his reaction.
We'll do so. No, he doesn't, because he uses the reaction on me.
All right. Both of the priests raise their staff up into the air, and you all hear the rumble of thunder as the staffs begin to light up, and a bolt of lightning spears down, igniting them. And then they thrust it forward, one towards Maeve and Pela, the other towards Hermia, Leaf, and Rosalind. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Okay, I'm going to use inspo.
Is mine, our dex save still normal for me? And Leaf, you get to make yours with +4.
No. I would say that in the water, yours is at disadvantage, Roz.
I'll spend an inspo to make it normal.
You got it.
24.
Does anybody have inspo for the guest?
You can have one of mine.
17.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Take one of Roz's.
Good.
That's like pressing start to steal your friend's life in a arcade game.
Yeah. So luckily, you all make it,
12.
except for you. Pela, you take
Oh,
27 damage. Everyone else
Ow.
takes 13 lightning damage.
13?
Yep.
My bar's not. I'm gonna refresh.
I do not see Pela's bar, by the way.
Oh yes, sorry. Let me fix that real quick.
Don't do it.
If we don't see the bar, they have infinite health, right?
Yeah, except you see the bar now. So
And we don't see the monsters bars?
correct.
If there's no health bar, they can't die, right?
Pela, was that the first time you've taken damage?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hit it for you. So there you go. You're down to 17.
Jesus Christ.
Wizards!
Ah, there's the wizard I
Yeah,
love.
exactly.
Math hurts.
I suddenly don't feel so bad about all the damage she's doing. All right, Pela, it is your turn.
Ouch. Okay. So we're gonna move the boat forward the 10 feet that we can.
You
Where's
got
this
it.
spearman at on the initiative order?
They're next. The one that I have
okay.
is marked died. So
Great. I just want to know how long we had left till they went again.
Yep.
Okay. As we move in, take a deep breath of the thing, and I love the smell of a successful spell. Get out of our way, and cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the priest in front.
All right, that is a saving throw. Yes.
Yes, int.
That is a 19.
Oof, that does make it, but it still takes damage.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage as Pela calls this out, and you watch as she seems to mimic using a whip nave, and as she comes to the end of it, you watch as this ethereal, almost sort of purple-colored whip of energy materializes and lashes out towards the Miro.
So it's 13, but it takes half of that, so 6 or 7?
6 damage, yep.
Okay. And that's everything I got.
All right. Back to the spearman's turn. This one has to attack Roz, but it's going to do so as advantage because you're in its world now.
Yeah, because it has Bastion of the Meek on it. But
Yep.
yeah, that too.
And oh, right, so we would get it automatically. Lame. All right, we'll start with a... no, you know what? He's going to use a bite attack on you.
Oh,
He's going to nom you. Oh, that might not
Rude.
do so well. 17 to hit?
No.
Okay. So you try to bite down, and you're able to sort of kick him away as you're struggling to keep your head above water. And he sort of whips away from you and comes back around now with the spear out. That's better. 23.
That does hit, yes.
Unfortunately, even with your armor being new and light, it's hard to maneuver in the water, and he spears you right down in your midsection
Oh.
for 10 piercing damage and
All right.
7 poison damage.
All right.
Make a strength check again.
We'll just spend the inspo right now so I don't get yelled at.
There we
17.
go. Much better.
Okay. You try to pull yourself off of it, but unfortunately he got you really good and seems to be holding you down with the pressure of the water as he begins to go down and takes you with him. 30 feet. No, sorry, 40 feet.
Ross takes a big gulp of air as she gets yanked suddenly whoop, down.
Yep. All right. So you all can no longer see Roz as she vanishes down with the Miru. Zana's turn. She's going to take 2 shots against this one up in the front here. Both of those hit, luckily. For 13... 23 damage. 2 loud blasts echo out over the water, and you see 2 points on its body just explode with flesh and gore. And then she will move 10 closer in. Leaf, it is your turn.
How much do I not see Rosalind?
You don't see her at all.
Okay. Well. Leaf is going to cease being in its starry chalice form. And is going to bonus action jump into the water and turn into a giant octopus And so everyone just sees Leaf like jump into the water and like jump into the air, and then as it's falling down,
Large creature?
it's large, yes. There is just a giant leaf head in the center that is facing down, and then all the little tentacles have like little leaf heads where the suction cups would be. And Leaf is just going to dive down really far. Swimming speed of 60 feet.
Yes, so
Warning.
you can actually make it down. So, Roz, as you're being pulled down with this thing, you can look up. The light slowly starting to fade away, but you can see like its wicked grin on its face as it's twisting its spear deeper into you. But then the light goes away and is replaced by a green glow as you see this massive leaf head with tentacles hovering down over top of the Miro, who looks back like, what the fuck?
I think Roz has the same look on her face.
Yeah, probably.
All you can hear is, I'm wondering, a little too sweet. And I'm going to grab Roz and then attempt to swim in the other direction.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check against the Miro.
Oh, joke. I
With
have.
Cosmo powers. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, you still have that.
I'm going to hold off on that, but I am going to use inspiration on this.
Okay, you
fair.
get +3 as a giant octopus.
19.
All right, he rolled a 12. So, yes, you were able to wrench Roz free and take her another 20 feet up. So you are now 20 feet from the surface.
Okay, and Leaf, Roz, you just see this weird little hole open up in the bottom of Leaf's little head area, and I'm going to use Ink Cloud and just like poop in this water of a 20-foot
Ew!
radius.
Okay. So
Did you-
hold on
did you have
a
to
sec.
Phrase it like that.
So hold on a sec. You jumped into the water. You used a bonus action to change, right?
Yeah.
I would say that you had to use your action in order to grab Roz and pull
Oh.
her away from the Miro.
Then I am done.
Okay. I saved
I
you all
don't-
from the leaf
I don't
poop
poop
cloud.
Leaf.
Okay.
Thank you. I've never been
Maeve.
so happy.
Robot
Yes.
is too busy to.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she is caught off guard by first Roz disappearing, and she was about to jump in, and then Leaf jumped in.
Sorry,
Right.
one quick moment. That Miro that attacked Roz failed its saving throw, so go ahead and roll damage for your spell.
Oh,
Pela?
sorry.
Continue, Maeve.
She's gonna move the boat 10 feet, though.
Yes.
17.
Okay.
And another level of exhaustion.
They get really tired.
I think now it has half speed, is that right? At
Yeah.
level 2?
No, level 2 is. Yeah, no, actually level 2.
I'm attacking this guy. Oh, you can't see what I'm attacking. Attacking this guy.
Yep, go ahead and roll.
Alright. First attack. Okay, we're spending inspo because that's BS.
Go for it.
1 second, please. Sorry, I like to make sure I subtract the inspo because I will forget and I don't want to cheat. Okay, let's redo that. 25.
25 hits, yes.
Cool. Next, I'm just going to do the second attack. 21. Awesome.
Both hit.
All right. Luster is within range to infuse strike, so I will be doing that. And he has the mark on, not my mark, but the favored foe on him as well.
Yep, go ahead, roll
So-
all your damage.
1, 2, 3, and I forgot I was gonna roll that, but that's okay. 4. Oh, wow, that was really good. Okay, so 22 plus 11 is 33 damage from me.
Oof.
And then I'm going to spend my bonus action to have Luster go up there and make a giant chomp on his face.
Yep, So yeah, you land both of your arrows in, again, one in the neck near where one of the arrows you landed before was, another one in the chest, and this thing starts to sort of thrash a bit in the water, keeping itself steady. Go ahead and make your attack, Luster.
Luster, go! 16?
That hits. Roll damage.
All right. 1 and 2. Hold on. Did the second one roll?
Yeah.
Yep, they did.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that. Oh, well, it's the same roll. It's fine. So 6 damage from Luster.
Yep, so Luster flies down and manages to get this thing by the throat, and this time lifts it up out of the water. You see the tail thrashing, and it's able to pull away from Luster, and as it falls back under the water, you see a trail of blood behind it as it hits the water and submerges. You're not sure if he finished it or not, but it looked like it was in rough shape.
All right, she's gonna look at the water where she saw Roz, and have her arrow ready.
Roz, it is your turn. The spearman is 20 feet away from you.
So I'm wearing plate and can't swim. What's my ruling on movement in the water?
You're also being held by Leaf. I would
That's
say that your movement in the water would probably be halved, but if you wanted Leaf to let go of you, because you can still speak to him telepathically, and I'd let him release you as a free action, you could easily fall toward that Miro with, you know, like, or sink
No.
towards it, essentially,
No.
with your thing.
I'm not
That's a
interested in going
that's
down.
a bad plan.
Okay.
Link, plunge on him. Come on.
She's just gonna continue to hold her breath as best she can and aim down to fire a guiding bolt at this thing.
Fire a guiding bolt, then. I would say spells are not affected by the physics of water, so straight roll.
It's disappointed.
And
10 total, you want to use an inspo on that?
yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see. Will this work if I just? No spell slot, isn't it? All right. 21.
There we go.
All right. As Leaf is pulling you up, you focus on that warmth that you felt in your hand a few nights ago in that dream, recalling the words that this is not my power, it's yours.
Yep.
And you fire a guiding bolt that lights up the water, that all of you above can see this bright white light appear as it goes down towards this Miro who just does not understand what's coming. And it impacts. And there's a blinding flash down there. And as it clears and you're being taken up, you don't see any sign of the Miro.
It fuck your radiant damage.
Hermia, it is your turn.
This guy is still. In
Yep,
front
it's
of
still
us?
there. It sure is.
Yeah, we can see him. I'll just blast him to get out of my way.
Yep. You could also move forward your 10 feet and then attack him if you wanted to. You'd be within range.
I would.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, you'd be right there and would basically have to run up to the bow of the ship.
Okay, we'll do that because I'm sure Fulmir would be happy.
Yeah, so
with
as you
that.
start to pull out your blast, Fulmir's like, nah, and you're like, all right, and you walk up to the front of the boat as it's reaching the Miro.
Use the murder sword.
Make sure I'm looking at.
I just like Fulmir being like,
No, don't. It's like when a cat's about to like knock something off. Hermie's about to use Eldritch Blast, and it's like, don't, I see you.
Was that 18 hit?
18 does hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Thank God. Okay. And the second one definitely hits because I rolled a 19.
Yep, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Let me get my D8. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. That is 16 on the first hit. Wait, 14.
Okay.
And a 9 on the second.
All right, your first strike, it puts up its staff to try and block you, and Foamir shatters through it, cutting a wide dark scar across its chest. Its eyes go wide as you thrust the second one forward through its throat. And as you pull it back, you see a sickly blue light drains the color from this thing's scales into your sword as it sinks down into the water. And you turn excitedly and realize that you're the only one in your boat, and everyone else seems to be focused on where Roz is in the water. But Foamir goes, "Good job, Hermia."
I think that was the first humanoid that I've slain.
Anything
Yeah,
else you'd like to
actually
do,
killed.
Hermia?
Nope. Aside from, like, getting ready to, like, potentially help Roz up on the boat.
All right, then we'll have you run back down to the other end. Leo, it is your turn.
I'm guessing the green glow I'm not immune to.
You're not quite in it
no.
yet, but yeah,
You two are not immune.
you wouldn't know that though.
Okay.
This is also true.
Yep. You notice that Leave, Hermia, and Rosalind aren't affected by it.
You sure aren't.
Yep.
Hey, do I see any other threats?
Not currently.
This guy's
Ah.
way disappeared.
I'm going to jump into the water.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
So as you dive into the water, into the green thing, you feel this sickening force ripple through your body. Make a Constitution saving throw. Pela, you probably noticed this as well. And
Never mind.
since it looks like the danger's past, if you wanted to drop it after he takes the initial damage, you could.
I rolled a 19 plus
19 makes
2.
Okay, in that case, you don't actually take any damage. You feel this sort of queasiness and this uneasiness, but you're able to shrug it off.
But I'll just try to swim to Rosalind.
Yeah, so at this point, the final Miro is able to begin to make its way off, but it did not have enough HP. It will probably die somewhere out in the water. So, with that, Leaf brings Rosalind back up to the top, throwing her up on the boat where Hermia is waiting to help. And it seems as though the danger has passed, and you're able, from there, to collect yourselves on the shore, some of you wet, in pain, sputtering up water. But you've made it to the other side of the Ustalok.
Our boats are okay.
And your boats are okay.
Somehow.
Both didn't take any damage.
Is everyone all right? Kind of help patch those who need it.
Does anyone have a spearhead or an arrowhead embedded in them?
No, thank God. Do you?
I raise my hand.
Wait, you do?
Well,
does anyone, Robbie?
No, they
Okay.
had no arrows, and
Okay.
the harpoons that they were using didn't leave anything in
Yeah.
you. So.
Okay, great.
You
Oh,
were
okay.
harpooned, Leo. It's different.
Okay, well, it's still a stick inside my body that I don't want there, so.
Oh.
Sorry, a what?
A stick?
From what?
Is the harpoon still in Leo or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's how
No,
Why do you have to phrase
yeah,
it
sorry.
all weird?
That was its weapon. So once it stuck you with it and then pulled it out, it was fine. It didn't leave anything behind.
Yeah, they didn't
Oh,
teach
okay.
me bow and arrows.
Yeah, sorry. It was more like they were using tridents essentially.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But you'll
You
say that out
all
loud. They weren't using
Undersell
bows.
yourselves.
Uh,
That was actually quite effective teamwork.
As Zana is reloading her guns, she looks up and says, "Some of us more so than others."
Some of
Where's
us
that
don't have
directed at?
guns.
Yeah, she definitely looked at Leo when she said that.
oh, thank God. Hermia's like, phew, it wasn't me.
No, in fact, if Hermia made a face or anything, she would look at you and go, "I was talking about the old man."
Oh, we agree on that then. So it's all good.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm a traditionalist with the bows and arrows.
Indeed.
You also jumped in there needlessly and got yourself jacked up.
Well, I think he was, as we all were worried about Roz.
Yeah, but I trusted Leaf to have it.
Roz, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Leaf, that was
Those-
badass. I think that might be my favorite thing that you turned into.
I'm sorry, that was bad.
No,
No,
it was awesome.
no.
Oh,
It was awesome.
She reaches out with her right arm and pulls Leaf into a hug. Thank you.
Leaf will awkwardly place its hands underneath Roz's arms again and just hold them out again. This one
I don't
is
think
making
she's
sure that
hungover
you are not
anymore.
going to fall over.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whew.
Those can be really nasty. If you get shot with one of their arrows, it's a bad time.
I mean, that's true for most arrows.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
Roz nods. Yeah, last year I walked us into an ambush of those things and took one in the shoulder. Well, Miro took a couple too, and I had to have Orion work on getting them out of her because she was dying. And so, in the meantime, Urgoth yanked the one out of my shoulder and took most of my shoulder with it.
You seem to have learned from the experience,
Yeah, they
and that's what's important.
yeah, they use these little spiny barbed arrowheads, and they use this is gross. They use mucus to flatten them down, but then when the arrow goes into you, your blood washes the mucus away, and the arrow goes like a blowfish, pops up inside of you, and it
Oh.
is not fun to get out.
They're not aiming to just kill or hunt. They're aiming to
Maim.
aim.
That's
Mhm.
gross.
You don't use arrows. Arrows like that would be very, terrible for hunting.
Yep.
It depends on what you're hunting. When you're
Roz nods.
hunting things that can hunt back, sometimes they get away and you don't want them escaping. That's why you use weapons like that.
Roz points to Zana. Precisely that.
Can we call
For
this a
that.
short rest, by the way,
Yeah.
while we're here talking?
Would you like to sit here and take a short rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
9 more Miros come out of the sea.
Make a difference to me, so.
Then yes, you may take
Or
a short
that,
rest and heal up with hit dice if you would like to, or whatever you would get back on a short rest, you may get back on a short rest.
Before that arrow, I was left-handed. Nowadays, that's not an option anymore.
We'll say that during the short rest, those who need it take it. Zana doesn't, so she starts to kind of pull the boats up out of the water in case Miro come back while you're gone. And anyone who's able to help, again, if you don't take one, like, I don't know if Leo needed one or not, can help.
I need to because I'm at 33. So.
Yep, that's fine then.
I guess. I'm at 44 out of 57, so
I got my spell slots back.
I guess I'll help her since I think I'm the
Okay.
healthiest one.
So yeah, Maeve and Zana are able to pull the boats up out of the water, sort of up almost into the forest area, and Maeve, especially with your training, is able to cover them up in case anyone were to come along.
Cool. Is that why you're looking for a restoration, Master?
Sorry, it's not evil music time.
Where's the eyes? I see the eyes.
Oh God. But she nods. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with my right hand, but I'm better with my left. So I'd like to try and get it fixed.
Makes sense.
All right, so as you finish up your short rest, you're ready to head into the forests of Trostenwald.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me 2 people who are going to be on point for perception checks.
Nope.
I can.
I will.
All right, Maeve and Leaf, go ahead and give me a perception check as you head into the forest.
28.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Doesn't actually take you too long. It's maybe about 100 yards into the forest. Leaf, you reach out and stop Rosalind. And both you and Maeve point out that about 10 feet in front of her, it's nothing that anyone who wasn't looking for it would have noticed. And it's mostly in the flora that's growing out of the ground. Small bushes, the grass, smaller trees. Seem to be growing sort of slightly to the east on one side, and then a few inches beyond that, slightly to the west. And once this is pointed out, once you see it, it's like there's an invisible field that seems to be separating one side from the other.
Immediate approach.
Okay, you walk up to it.
Get just a few feet. Is it visible? Like once we're close, you said?
The wall
noticeable?
isn't, but you can kind of see just the way the flora seems to have actually been separated by something.
Okay. Just grab a rock, throw it at it.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
19.
Okay. You throw a rock and boom, it bounces off harmlessly, and you notice a slight, almost imperceptible ripple.
Good news, Hermia. I think we found your wall.
You can, Maeve, yes.
Thank you. What is Maeve doing?
She's just
Don't worry
drinking a
about it.
healing potion.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get
I'm gonna go up to the wall and kind of just touch it with my fingertip.
Same except full palm.
Okay, so Pela reaches out since she's closer and puts her palm on it. And again, you can kind of see that ripple. And as you pull back, nothing happens. But as Hermia touches it with her finger, vroom, and you watch as it's visible now, you see what a small circle open up, and it warps bigger to be about the size of a doorway, rippling around the edges. And where Hermia touches, there seems to just be an opening in the wall now.
Guys, I made a hole.
Spin around to her. Where did you say you're from?
I'm from the Feywild, so it was a hunt.
And it closes.
Okay, that scans.
All right. Well,
How
Okay.
long was that open, roughly?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay.
Oh,
wonder
if
if,
my
like-
mom was there, she would think this is so cool.
I wonder if like the length of how long I touch it impacts like how long it's open.
worth trying before we start
Uh,
trying to play a game of hammers.
I'm gonna put my whole palm in it and like kind of like hold it there.
And as soon as your palm hits it, it opens again. And after 5 seconds, it closes.
Okay, so even if I'm still touching it.
Well, because once you touch it, it opens up.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I couldn't still be touching it.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well, we can get in, but I'm not sure
Let's see.
how.
We gotta hurry, though.
Well, one at a time then. Make it safe.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
actually, wait, before you guys do that, so I can see, can I see through the hole?
Yeah. The
When
only
it's
reason
there.
that you can tell that the hole is there is because where, like, the edges of the doorway continue to ripple for that 5 seconds, and then when it closes, it settles again.
Does anybody have something, like, brightly colored that we can easily see?
Brightly colored.
Actually, hold on, I gotcha. So, pull out, like a red-colored handkerchief from my pocket.
Oh, Pela's, as soon as you mention that, she's already, like, got, like, a strip from her robe, like, half ripped off.
Oh, gosh,
By
I'm
the time
sorry.
you pull that out.
You can, just, put that back. So I'll put my palm on the wall again,
Yep, opens up.
wait for it to open up, and just toss my handkerchief in.
Like just to the other side?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
watch it close.
Yep.
And then I'll put my palm on it again.
Yep.
It open. Do I see my handkerchief?
Yeah, in fact, as you watch it close, you see your handkerchief just kind of fall down and land on the ground.
Just making sure it doesn't take us, teleports us somewhere else.
Mhm.
Okay, I think we're good.
No
All
demi
right.
planes or anything. Good call. Nice instincts.
All right, then once Hermia opens it again, Roz will pop through.
Okay.
Maeve will go next.
All right.
And
Everyone's
leaf.
able to rush through. Easy enough.
Once on the other side, immediately start like poking that side of it.
So once you're on the other side, you
How
turn
evil
around.
music.
You turn around and poke the other side, and same thing. Ripples.
What if I touch it?
Opens up.
Okay, we're safe. We're not trapped over here.
Probably.
Payla licks the wall.
You lick it.
Okay, as you lick the wall, it ripples. Tastes like air, though. It's science. You have to check all the...
Notation.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, what do we see?
Forest.
So
Again, it was
looks
just
like the same.
an invisible force field, it seems like.
Weird.
So this section of the forest was being protected.
Maeve, where did you drink the potion at? Did you wait till you were at the wall when you drank it?
Yeah.
It had no effect.
It didn't heal me?
It did not heal you.
Oh.
Oh
Do I get my
no.
potion back?
No.
You drank it.
Well, that's rude.
Rude.
You should have drank it when we were resting.
Well, I
Maeve,
was helping with the
how you fe-
boats.
Maeve, how you feeling? I got you.
At a scale of 1 to 57, I'm at a 44.
All right, I'm gonna heal you for 13 with my lay on hands.
Does that work?
I guess
does
we'll find
not.
out. Oh.
It does not. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, great.
All right, we are in the no healy zone.
I'm gonna
Um,
try to click on my dagger.
Yeah, bring up mage hand.
Neither of
Have
them
the
were.
Hold on.
mage
Is
hand.
Luster here?
Luster's still here, yeah.
How you feeling, Luster?
He's not feeling well, though. He definitely looks like there's some discomfort.
is Foamir okay?
He mentions that there is something odd about the wall, and his presence seems diminished. It's almost like he's whispering to you.
Oh shit.
Would you say I no longer have resistances to acid damage?
You have acid you could check.
Never mind.
So, all right, so magic is somewhat limited here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hermia,
I'm
why
not
don't you
Terrifying.
why don't you go ahead and make a Arcana check?
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna spend an inspo because that roll was poop and it's embarrassing.
Would I also be able to?
If
With,
you'd like to, yeah, go for it.
studying some. Okay.
Sorry, I just blanked out for 16.
19 and a 16?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that, Pela, you kind of try summoning your mage hand a few more times, playing around with a few cantrips. And the two of you together, you know that magic was still working when you were at the shoreline. You're not sure if it's being on this side of the wall or what it is, because Maeve tried to drink a potion on the other side. But you surmise that the wall may have something to do with the absorption of magic, the way that it sort of draws it in. It could be a natural phenomenon as opposed to something that someone caused or casted as a spell. And as you walk down the wall, you can tell that it isn't flush. It's not like a wall of force or a prismatic wall. It seems to be sort of rigid. It warps in and out.
Okay, so it's not a straight line.
Correct.
Okay. If we walk a little further in, like 10, 20 feet, does that have any effect on the magic?
Keep on trying to summon Mage Hand, and it isn't until you're about 30 feet away from it that Mage Hand finally works.
Furious notation.
Well, that's interesting.
It's also good because I was afraid it would affect like everything on the side, no magic.
I have to waste another potion.
Maeve, I got you. Heal up to full, you're good.
Okay, that's kind of you. Heelys.
So,
Oh shoot. I was gonna say I could try using the stone. But
Sending stone?
yeah, but Leaf used it.
Yeah, Leaf used
Yeah, it's gonna
it.
be spec. Let's just keep moving forward and see what we see.
Okay.
Is there any sense of how large an area this is encasing?
from when you were near it, looking one way and looking the other, the sort of divide that you could sense between the forest flora went as far as the eye could see.
As we're moving, can we, like, I'm poop at it, but I assume other people might not be poop at it, like, look for signs that, like, people have came through here or have been here?
Yes.
Make survival checks.
Yeah, Maeve, because it's been a few months, I'm going to have you make this at disadvantage, but go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay, I'll just use my dice here. Well, one was a 19 and the other was a 7, so that is a 13 total.
Okay. It's hard to tell. It definitely seems like weather is still here. Whatever that wall is, it doesn't just keep everything out and everything within it pristine. You notice some animal tracks, but unfortunately nothing that strikes you as being from a civilized creature.
I don't see anything from
noticed.
people, but
Well, we can always, you know,
Keep an eye out.
periodically check as we get further in.
Are you all trying to be stealthy?
I definitely am.
Nope. Pela is muttering about vertices and energy flows and anchors and stuff.
I'll probably try to be stealthy. I think it's going to be an individual stealthing.
If as a group you are attempting to and only Pela isn't, Zana taps you on the shoulder and just goes, shh.
I have a question.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Once Zana shushes her,
Mm-hmm.
do I hear, like, foresty noises, like birds and shit?
No, you don't.
Maeve, is that weird?
Did I see evidence of birds and animals? Well, I saw animals.
Well,
I
you
guess.
saw animals, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, forests are usually this quiet.
It is unnaturally quiet, yes.
I would
That's
agree that's
weird.
unnaturally quiet.
Good
Go ahead.
call on the stealth, Zana.
Yeah, go ahead and everyone give me a stealth check. Pela, if you do not take Zana's warning to heart, do so at disadvantage.
I mean, presumably there would be a small semi-argument before she just rolls her eyes and goes with it.
Wants to argue, but then remembers that Zana fired like 6 shots in a row to completely destroy a marrow and is like, yeah, all right, I'll be quiet.
Meaningful glance at gun.
Whew, these aren't great.
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not.
Okay.
Can't roll great every time.
Oh,
21.
At dis. Oh no, you said you took it to heart, so okay.
Eventually. She's a very small
Okay, hold on.
halfling.
So we had a 5, Oh no, sorry, that was a healing potion. 4, 14. Leaf, are you at advantage?
No.
Okay, 9, 24, 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whose do I not have? 1, 2,
Sama.
3, 4, 5. Sorry. You said, what did you get, Pela? Did you say 24?
21.
Oh, 21.
21.
Okay, yep. And then Zana's turn. Zana didn't do super well either, but still she has advantage. 1 better, so 17. It's a 14 average.
I was the average. Oh no.
All right. So as you continue on, as stealthily as you can, it isn't too bad, but you are going over dead leaves, fallen branches, and the forest is not helping you in masking your movement as a group. Eventually, you come upon a small gully in the forest. The edges are mostly clear, but there are 2 large trees that have fallen and formed a natural bridge. The depth itself only seems to be maybe 20 or 30 feet. Dried up river maybe once flowed through this area. And as you come upon the clearing of this gully, your attention is momentarily drawn away. So you don't notice the skittering and scurrying of creatures in the foliage around you. Clad in dark rags with ashen skin, twisted daggers as they come from the trees and the bushes around you attacking. On the far side, just as they spring upon you, you notice a dryad atop a steed made of bark and leaves. And that's where we'll pick up next time.